started 5 minutes ago.
We are ready. Hi, and welcome back to Live from NSF. I'm Holly Koski, and I'm with Andy Dolich of Dolich Marketing Enterprises.
The gig,
your
global
gig.
Dolich. Yeah.
Global Dolich. Well, tell me a little bit about your background in the sports industry. It's quite impressive.
I'm lucky. I'm living the dream, and I've lived it since really 1971. I was one of the original graduates of the Ohio University Sports Management Program, the Harvard of sports management
It really
programs.
is, yeah.
That was the only one in the country. Today, over 350 sports management programs. So if that doesn't show the growth of the sports business, I don't know what does. Philadelphia 76ers, Maryland Arrows. I know you were a big national indoor box lacrosse fan.
No.
Not a clue.
Not a clue.
Right? Washington Capitals hockey team,
Okay.
Washington Diplomats, pro soccer of the old NASL,
Yep.
precursor of MLS. Yep. Ironically, my son now works in MLS. Then a big break that I had, the Oakland A's were purchased from Charlie Finley, the great Oakland A's teams of the 70s, the Haas family, people that own Levi Strauss. I was there for 15 years. Helped create something called Billy Ball, which had nothing to do with Billy Bean and Moneyball.
Okay.
We went to 3 World Series. We beat the Giants in the famous Earthquake World Series of 1989. President of the Golden State Warriors. Then I went into consulting business for a while. Vancouver Grizzlies, which became the Memphis Grizzlies, COO of the San Francisco 49ers, and now my own business. So 41 years, just like that.
Just like that. I mean,
right.
And you've totally spanned the country, too.
I've spazzed the country and spanned the country.
Spanned the country.
It's, people say, why? Shouldn't you be retired, or are you still alive, or why do you do this? And what really is the point is, what other business do you have a chance to interact with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or over time, millions of people over a career, and hopefully provide them with quality entertainment? That doesn't happen very often. So I think all of us that are in the business in one form or another are pretty lucky to do that.
And then you are speaking, have a panel today, Ticket Sales in a New Era. Tell me a little bit about what you're going to talk about.
I can. It's a national secret.
Well, then I'm out of luck.
Yeah, I try to have fun in these panels. I have 4 of the smartest ticketing people around, and I believe that you should manage your life through the windshield, not the rearview mirror. So I love this panel, Ticket Sales in the New Era. And NSF, I happen to be at the first National Sports Forum, which was held in a cave. There were cave drawings. Correct? No, it was in Mesopotamia in 300 BC. No, actually it was in Colorado Springs.
Oh, yep, that's right, that's right.
And I love to tell the story on my great friend Ron Seaver. After the first one, Ron mortgaged his house, true story, to do this. And there were about 28 of us. I mean, there are more people at breakfast than there were at the National Sports Forum. And I said, congratulations, we've all been at the first and absolutely last National Sports Forum. Now to see over 800 people here is fairly spectacular. So that the panel, Ticket Sales in the New Era, will be talking about what's next. And in today's world, where it's all about what have you done for me in the last nanosecond, hopefully we'll have some fun this morning.
So what are your thoughts on the future of ticket sales? It's kind of an unknown right now.
Well, I'm big on biodegradable tickets and corneal transplant tickets. One of the slides that I'm going to show, this is a true story, is UPC ticketing. So I have a picture of a New England Patriot fan with a gigantic Patriots tattoo.
Just a QR code, right?
But right over here, he's got a UPC code.
I see it. I totally see it.
So, RFID, we're getting to the point that we're all electronic. We all have our little Dick Tracy wrist radio. Everything's internalized. But still, what will never change in sport, whether it's a big piece of paper, whether it's print at home, whether it's your phone, whether it's a hashtag, is we're coming to see the greatest athletes in the world do their thing. And as long as that doesn't change, it doesn't really matter what the delivery system is. So we're going to talk not only just about delivery systems, but the service aspect. If you just focus on one part of the equation, you're going to fail. If you realize that there is what we would call the driveway to driveway experience, because if you have a bad experience parking, concessionaire, ticket taker, which there won't be anymore in today's society, in the new society, it's a bad experience. We, the stagehands of sport, can control that. What happens on the court, on the field, on the ice, that's hard to say.
Right. What are your opinions on like StubHub or kind of more of a secondary ticketing market platforms?
Well, what I left out is I was an executive for Tickets.com,
Okay.
and we were one of the companies that was in the pioneering level of doing that. So it's commerce. The worst thing that you can have on an airplane is an empty seat, and the far worst thing at a sporting event is an empty seat, because once it's done, it's done. So I happen to believe that the greatest challenge in the future is not money. Everybody in our business talks about, oh, it's more expensive, and seat licenses and suites. We all have money. Time is much more valuable, and I think the challenge for all people, all business people, all marketers in sport, whether it's ticketing, sponsorship, broadcast, finding the time to do this. I mean, our lives are so much more complicated, and people are not paying attention.
Right.
You go to any place, nobody's paying attention to what they're supposed to be doing. And if you have a sporting event that's going to last 3 hours and they're not paying attention, then you're in trouble. To find the money to afford it, that's not going to be the challenge. The time, absolutely.
Interesting perspective. I like it. And where can people find, your Dolich Enterprises?
They can't. It's a secret government ops.
I mean, given everything
deep,
else you've
deep
said
under the
today, I
ground.
wouldn't, I would think
My
that.
global headquarters is in Los Altos, California.
Okay.
I have offices all over the world. They're called Starbucks. I
Mine
meet
as
people-
well.
Yeah. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm, available for Skype. It's andy.dolich, Dolich, @gmail.com. And you can Google me. There's a lot of good stories, and there's probably some bad stories there, too.
Well, I like it. I like it a lot. Well, thank you so much, Andy. Really appreciate you
Thank
taking
you.
the time before your panel, and we'll see you this afternoon.
SBN, Sports Business Now, live from the National Sports Forum.